Good morning, everyone. Right. Okay, today is quite a milestone in the work of the NCTI at this graduation ceremony. It is with much appreciation that I would like to recognize our Board of Directors of the NCTI, Senior Education Officer, Mr. Johannes Gibson, welcome. Our guest speaker, Mr. Dr. Julian Ferdinand. Our business partners who are here with us joining us today, the Executive Director for the National Insurance Services, Ms. Ronald Lewis, I already called you and congratulated already, wonderful. Ms. General Manager of Kingston Coffee Credit Union, Mr. Aaron Evans, always at our side. Director of the Information Service Division, Mr. Colin Brown. Manager for Center for Enterprise Development, Ms. Keisha Phillips. I think I just noticed walked in here. Is she say? All right. And Marketing and Communication Manager of General Employee Cooperative Credit Union, Ms. Donnelly Francis, always with us, appreciate that. Project Officer for Digital Transformation, Mr. Martin Sheen. Consumer and Public Relations Officer at the National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission, NTRC, Ms. Bria Lewis. Principal, parents and guardian, other special invited guests, representatives of the media, graduates, welcome. It's a wonderful morning. As an educator for the past 20 plus years, I just look so pretty old. 20 plus years, and now the CEO of an organization that has responsibility for the training of civil servants, employers, employees, especially employees. I am now in a very unique position to state that although our education system serves a fundamental function, when we look at the difference of what is being taught and learned compared to what the job market is looking for, there is a chasm that is growing each year. This rate of growth of this divide between what is being taught in our education system and what we notice that the job market is looking for is going to double in ratings because of now the rapid advancement in technology in the past 3 years. As a program such as this one, the NCTI Youth Business Program, we seek to complement what is already being taught and learned in school, to give students an idea and even possible an upper hand with the skills needed as they leave and prepare to enter into the job market after the secondary school. I think I might be bold to say, for the first time, students have learned skills that employer would actually be seeking. They work with advanced Excel, which include the sorting of data, managing data, dividing data, whatever there is, they will do that in Excel. This was done by our senior instructor, Mr. Paul. Please stand for me, please. Give me a round of applause. They went through a level 1 program in QuickBooks. I don't, of course, realize the amount of money that business spend to train employees in the area of QuickBooks. The course that you did valued over $1,000. But I want to congratulate you, because what take adults 2 months to do, you did it in 1 week, right? coming again. And this was done by one of our close instructors, Mr. Sinclair Stapleton. I don't know if he's here in our audience. Is he here with us? Yes, give him a round of applause, please. And artificial intelligence, it was done by yours truly, and it was very interesting to do the work with them. Now, the funny thing is, when we were designing this program, we were accustomed to work with adults. And some of my colleagues were concerned that we would be pushing these children too far, too fast. And I was of the belief, I said, what are you talking about? Them children learn faster than us. Don't put these children in your category because we don't want. But one of the concerns that was rest assured by my instructors was I told them, can you break this content down for the children? Because children and adults are two different persons. Can you do that? Yes, Mr. Gumbs, we will handle that, we will make it. Right? Do you realize that these students have renewed my belief that we, the people, the adults, the teachers, have been underestimating the capability of our students for a very, very, very long time. Because the exam that the students did, which is an internationally recognized exam, adults fail on numerous attempts. But when we check the records for the students, all the students pass on their first attempt. As a matter of fact, I think instead of getting the highest score, I think we were trying to see who done it the fastest with the most score. Because out of 50 questions for that level 1 QuickBook exam, all students score above 40. What? Several students? Please give them a round of applause. And this is working in 1 week with an application that they had no experience with. They were fun to work with. Now, as we move forward, what you're leaving here for that exam is what we call an accredited certificate. I tried to explain that to the children as we were working. This certificate is a certificate that is recognized throughout the region and is a plus to your resume when you leave your secondary school. Business and other entrepreneurs are struggling to do what you accomplish in 1 week. Please, that is no small feat. Give yourself a round of applause for that. I must say that this would not have been possible without the Canadian LEAF, which stands for the Local Engagement Action Project, which is represented here by Miss Shonda Davis. Please stand for it. And I'm happy that I see some of my colleagues here. I still call you colleagues, principals and teachers, because it wasn't all sunny during the initiation and execution of the program. It seemed as though, like some of our students and participants believe that the way or the manner in which they conduct themselves in school is the manner in which they come out in the professional field. And we hit a few roadblocks there. You see, in the professional field, we have policies, rules, and regulations, and different institution functions with those rules and regulations. They are there for a purpose. They are there for the management and the outlook and the execution of that particular institution task. But our students does not seem to understand that. In a few occasions, we have to address the way person carry themselves, their attire, your hairstyle, your shoes. Crocs should not be found in a professional setting. The dropping of the pants. To the extent that we had to take a hard line after much deliberation to tell a few not to return, unfortunately. And this, I think, is something that all of us have to take into consideration for the young people that are coming forward into our working industry. I want that to sink in a bit. The young men, in a few instances, even the young ladies, a few instances where I've been part of various interviews for persons to get certain position. You wouldn't believe, but I've spoken to you on numerous occasions. You are denied the minute you enter the door before you sit in that interview seat, just because of the way you attire. We have young men come in, unkept hair. We're not talking about, not losing identity, but there's a difference between neatness and disgusting and ridiculous. We have young ladies not knowing the appropriate things to wear. One interview, one lady came and then she didn't have the proper attire, the AC was on and everybody was flashing lights. So we have to understand that there is this particular wall out there that is governed by certain policies and regulations. Your resume will thank you in a year or two. And I think you will thank us as well and thank yourself for being part of this initiative. Today, businesses, employees, and educators, a matter of fact, the whole world is grappling to get to terms, to understand the use of artificial intelligence and how it affects them. These are tools that would affect every aspect of your lives. You young one, we are most young now. You are the enablers, we are the supporters of the technology. And as important as it is maybe to be computer literate, I think the time is also here that you will also have to be AI literate. And it is important that you understand that. The NCTI is hoping to continue working closely with our ministry, which is the Ministry of Education, to get our educators and employers and employees up to speed with the various technologies that is available. I would like to take this time to acknowledge the Senator, Mr. Von King, who is here with us this morning. Thank you, Senator. As the NCTI continued work, you are a small segment of a bigger program that is currently running, that is what we are hoping to finish next year in March. In that segment you are, your partner segment, that's another 150 adults that is learning these same technologies and more throughout the remainder of this year. So in total, with you 50 and the other 150, there's 200 persons the NCTI is working with to get up to speed. We also will be hosting the first fiber optic training here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where we see trainers from Trinidad coming up to distribute this vital training. But that is not all. I would like to thank our business partners who will be opening their doors and offices to give you an internship in your Christmas 2 weeks. Please give them a round of applause. We are not just going to train you and leave you without that backup. As one good colleague mentioned, he stated that if we are to start moving forward again at a good pace, we have to start training our own employees and professionals so they know how to work when they come out to meet us in our industry. I am hoping that with the success of this program and its continuity, that more schools will see it fit to take part in this initiative. More businesses we are hoping to welcome to come on board so that we can work together to help develop the employers, employees, and small business owners that we wish to see in our working environment, in our offices in the future. I would like us to build a community, which we already started, where we can nurture our youths with the soft skills and ideas that they need to become very skilled professionals as they step out of the school door, not just only waiting 8-10 years by luck after university to get a degree to be qualified to work. You should be able to work as soon as you leave school. You should have some idea. While I was studying, and persons who explained to you while they were studying, when we leave to study, we are 22, 24, 25. And when we go into international universities, we realize that students 16, 17 are all business owners and entrepreneurs sitting with you in the classroom. So while we are playing games, other countries and students are being entrepreneurs, and we need to get on that level as well. With that environment that we will hoping to create with our business partners, our education institutions, and those persons who see it fit that the skills that they have, that they can join with the NCTI to give it to the students, I want to say here and now, the NCTI is now ready and willing to work with everyone. Thank you.